Hey guys, Ash here coming at you today, Raid Shadow Legends with another champion guide, this time on Little Miss Annie. This freakazoid of a champion who I just love. I love her disgusting twitch and everything freaky about this champion, and she just got a buff as well. But first, a few shoutouts to you guys who keep the champion guide requests coming here on the channel. Jarno, shout out. John, shout out. This guy or gal, shout out. Digital Fungus, looking for a Little Miss Annie. Digital Fungus again for some LMA. Silent Widowmaker. Digital Fungus is your lucky day. James, have you looked into Little Miss Annie? She's my favorite one-hit nuker. Her A3 hits really hard, and her A2 is great against shielded characters. I have her a 5-star Soul Reap. She can be squishy in order to make her A3 doable, double hit hard, but paired with a Reviver, she's absolutely amazing. Plus, when she revives, you can basically get a double hit because she attacks whoever killed her, and she ignores defense and decrease enemies' max HP is a cherry on top. Fun, fun, fun. Absolutely. Lord Mangoat, what's up? Samuel. And shout out to everybody else who is keeping the Little Miss Annie guide requests moving here on the channel. Let's go into it. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so LMA, she is obviously an undead horde. She's a void legendary, and look at that. Look at that twitch. Just do your thing, girl. Do your dance. Do your twitchy, weird dance. I can see your heart. I love you. I love you. She's so freaky looking. She's the stuff of nightmares, and I love it. Even her feet freak me out. Look at, you ever notice the feet? Like one of those feet. Anyway, that's LMA. That's Little Miss Annie. The reviews are lackluster on her, to say the least, but there's a lot more than meets the eye on this champion, guys. And as I mentioned, she got a buff. Actually, before we look at her whole kit, let's take a look at the buff, right? Let's go ahead and look in the game news, new update, blah, blah, blah. Little Miss Annie. All right, skill 1, skill change, old version, heal reduction, 50%, well, heal reduction. New version, heal reduction and decreased defense. I love the decreased defense being added to the A1. It is a 50% chance, can be booked up as well. So each hit has that chance, so it's really dependable. On the A2, the skill changed to... well, okay. Let's start with the old version. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Increase attack on this champion for 2 turns before attacking if the target's under a shield. We'll ignore 25% of the target's defense if they're under a shield. Plays a perfect veil on this champion for 2 turns if you kill an enemy. Fills this champion's turn meter by 30% if this attack does not kill the target. New version. Attacks the enemy 2 times before attacking. Increase attack on this champion for 2 turns. And we'll ignore 25% of the target's defense. It's a nice buff, right? Because she has it used to be conditional in the shield. Now it's just straight up ignore. Also, perfect veil on this champion for 2 turns. Fills this champion's turn meter by 30%. So now she's got the perfect veil as well. Unconditional, right? You don't have to kill an enemy to get that perfect veil. You just got it. And a turn meter filled by 30%. Skill number 3, skill changed. The new version, I'm just going to go to the new version here for interest of time. Attacks one enemy. Ignore 25% of the target's defense. Destroys the target's max HP by 25% of the damage inflicted. We'll repeat this attack if the target has both higher defense and max HP than this champion, which is easy to achieve. And then a revive on death on this champion if you kill an enemy, which it usually does, especially in the arena, right? And the cool thing here is that revive on death, well, it goes into her passive where she gets revenge on whoever killed her. She comes back, she immediately attacks them. So the revive on death is actually, it's great. You got a built-in revive now, right? Magic Heart passive, old version, new version. Each hit has a 50% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 10% and a 100% chance of destroying the target's max HP by 10% of the damage inflicted when attacking enemies under heal reduction or decreased defense. Also heals the champion by 10% of the damage inflicted when attacking enemies under heal reduction or decreased defense. Wow. Pretty dang significant buff to LMA, right? I was previously a little bit down on these buffs to Little Miss Annie, to Supreme, Aethelin, Siegfried, to the Nephilim, but I actually made a video on my channel here. Do I have it up right now? I do. Where was it? What was the video I was talking about? So I was wrong about the fusion. In this video... on my, again, if you're not subscribed, check me out, Ash Raid Shadow Legends, my main raid YouTube channel. This is just champion guides all the time, as you're probably aware of. But I say a tough stretch because at the end of this video, I say that I think I was way too hard on in this video here, another free champion nobody's talking about. I think I was way too hard on these balance changes, you know, this recent kind of batch of balance changes. I think that they're all actually pretty dang good. And, you know, I think that I never want to be that guy who just, when I'm wrong about something, I either double down or I just ignore it and I never talk about it again. I always want to be that guy who actually admits when they make a bad call. And I think this is actually a really good buff to Little Miss Annie. Let's go ahead and see how I have her built here, guys, because I'm itching to take her in the arena, but not just arena. I want to take her into Scarab King, where she's an insane champion. If you have Little Miss Annie, which you probably do, you're watching the video, and you don't use her on your Scarab King team, hopefully I will compel you to do so. At the very least, you're going to speed up your run exponentially, you know, and hey, at the best, maybe she'll help you clear a stage that you previously weren't able to, right? She's very, very, very good against Scarab King with that A3 ability and the passive. We already talked about her kit, so I'm not going to go over it all over again. But you can see now she's got the perfect veil. She's got the ignore targets defense. Playdate is just one of the most insane nukes in the game. The only downside of Playdate, and it's going to be real here, and which keeps her out of endgame meta right now inside Arena or Live Arena, is there's no way to get around Stone Skin at all, right? It's not just Stone Skin either. It's Stone Skin and just all the buffs that every enemy has on them. It's really not an issue at all in the mid game up to gold 5 in Classic Arena. I think it's going to be just, you'll be just fine with Little Miss Annie. But in the end game where, you know, you're dealing with like slow UDKs every single match, she's really tough in that regard because, you know, she's basically, there's nothing there that's going to get through that. There's no ignore Stone Skin or anything like that, obviously. She's no Jirigid. However, her kit, you know, I'm being nitpicky here. I think she's really, really cool and she smacks. So we talked about magical heart changes, but her first passive, Toys Don't Die. This was not changed, right? When revived, attacks the enemy that killed this champion with a default skill. Also fills this champion's turn meter by 25% and plays a shield on this champion equal to 50% of their max HP. This is really good because it will proc on revive on death, right? Which she now has in her kit as well. So that's cool. And, you know, when revived, filling the turn meter is in addition to whatever turn meter fill she gets off of the revival that you're working with. So it's a really nice synergy on this entire kit. She also has attack in all battles on the aura, right? She will auto, and this is noteworthy here. She has a 2-turn cooldown on Hollow Doll, her A2. That's a double hitter with the ignoring 25% of target's defense. She will oftentimes auto into Hollow Doll, which I hate. I think the game really wants her, or she really wants in the game AIs, you know, speaking of her AI, to place that perfect veil on herself as soon as humanly possible. And honestly, I can understand why. She's very squishy. You place the perfect veil, you're mitigating AoE damage, she's untargetable, and it's a 2-turn cooldown with a turn meter fill, right? So I understand why it's kind of programmed that way. However, in the arena and anywhere you want to do just insane damage, Playdate is where her damage is coming from. You know, this is the big money ability in her kit. Masteries, arena masteries here, but I would use these masteries pretty much on this champion, even if I was using her in areas like Scarab King as well. I went down the support tree. I picked up a little bit of accuracy along the way. I went with Sniper to increase the chances of landing those debuffs on the A1 a little bit. And then offense, I went with Ruthless Ambush. I have Opportunist. Nothing wrong at all with going Cycle of Violence. As a matter of fact, I think that, let me see, do I have a free reset here? Hell, well, let's do it. Let's do it together, guys. I think it's the way to go Cycle of Violence because of that Playdate ability. I think, and again, Savage and Cruel or Savage and Lethal is going to be your best bet for building this champion. Absolutely, right? Ignoring more defense is going to be the way to go here. So I do absolutely need that crit rate. So we're going to go ahead and pick up the crit rate. Here, I'll move myself over and we'll face the right direction here. How about that? We'll go crit rate, crit damage. We'll do extra damage against targets under shield. Some people prefer to go Heart of Glory instead. I like Shield Breaker for the arena, but I can understand both ways. Ruthless Ambush is a must-have for me. Whirlwind of Death makes a lot of sense too, but I like picking up Single Out. You know what? Let's go Whirlwind of Death. Screw it. Increase her speed for each enemy she kills. Why not? It's kind of cool. Let's go with, like I said, Cycle of Violence. 30% chance of decreasing the cooldown of a random skill by 1 turn if the damage exceeds 30% of the target's max HP. That's going to be the case like almost all the time that we play date with her. And we could, you know, if we open up with play date, it's not gonna be a random skill. It's gonna be the play date skill, you know. And having that back to back is a massive game changer. That's why I would absolutely recommend going with Cycle of Violence instead. You know, I think we probably should have went with Life Drinker or Single Out. That way we could bring it down. And shame on me. And I will pay the gems. I really screwed this up. All right. Let's do it this way. Let's come back in. I got a little cute there. Hey. Okay. The game's like, come on, Ash. What are you doing? Kill streak it. Increase damage by 6% in the arena. Every champion killed by this champion. Hello. Okay, thank you. And then we'll end at Helm Smasher. Golly, this has been harder than it needed to be, right? I will still pick up Ruthless Ambush, and I will still pick up Cycle of Violence, but that's much better here. We'll stick with the pinpoint accuracy. We do need accuracy to land those debuffs, right, on our A1. So we'll come down with Swarm Smiter as well. We will go with Evil Eye, sure, and then we'll go with Sniper as well. Let's go with Methodical. We could absolutely go with Master Hexer as well to extend those debuffs on our A1 ability. We ever built with a decent amount of accuracy at 319 right now, plus, you know, the Masteries. It's enough accuracy to land her debuffs in PvE. In most situations, everywhere that we're going to be using her, right? And enough to land them fairly consistently, except for against high resist targets inside the arena. So I'm okay with that. For all those reasons, I mean, you guys, we've probably talked about this a lot here, either on my main channel or on this channel, but we're seeing a massive shift away from all the offensive masteries, except for in niche situations like fully 6-starred, you know? And we're seeing polymorph. Any nuker that we're building with accuracy for other reasons, right? I wouldn't build a champion with polymorph, a nuker with polymorph just to have polymorph. But if we're building a nuker with accuracy anyway, we're seeing everybody kind of shift to polymorph in the arena. It's just so broken, right? I don't love it, but I'm also going to take advantage of it, right? Anyway, polymorph, I think, is even a 5%. I still think it's the way to go. But if I was going to change it more traditionally, obviously Soul Reap is going to be, you know, a great option for Little Miss Annie, as well as obviously Crushing Rend. So ignoring a percentage of the target's defense. You could also consider Cruelty. If we were using her, because she has a triple hitter on the A1, she's good for Fire Knight. We could go with Phantom Touch if you're using her for Fire Knight, which she's very, very capable as well. As a matter of fact, I think she's S tier against Fire Knight because she's bringing heal reduction and a triple hitter on her A1, and then a double hitter on a 2-turn cooldown. You can just basically rotate between these two abilities, or just simply use her A1 again and again and again against the Fire Knight and shut off the A2 and the A3. So very, very good Fire Knight as well. All right, guys, golly, enough talking about her. I don't want a gem pack. I should probably just point out the artifacts on her. I apologize, guys. Wanted to go a little bit faster with the kit, but we didn't at all. Attack on the ring, crit damage on the amulet, attack on the banner, right? Stat priorities are going to be attack, crit rate, crit damage, speed with attack on the boots. We have attack percentage with attack, again, on the cruel chest piece. And then we have crit damage with crit rate on the gauntlets, okay? So again, we want to scale that base stat 1600 is very good. We want to scale that up as much as we possibly can. And we don't really want her defense and HP to be high because, again, of the playdate ability, right? We'll repeat the attack if the target has both higher defense and higher max HP than this champion. And we kind of want her to die if we have a reviver on the team. That way she can get revenge with the Toys Don't Die ability. Guys, so here we are in the arena. I don't want this team with her. I need like a Duchess, basically somebody with an increased attack buff to set the table for her. And we need a reviver on the team too. You really want a reviver and an increase attack champion would be the best setup, right? Obviously a debuffer goes a long way as well. We have Lydia playing that role on this squad. Let's go ahead and give her the increased attack. And here we go. So who do we want to kill? Who do you think is the tankiest on their team? The cool thing is affinity doesn't matter because she's void affinity. We have to deal with Harima's passive, so that might proc. But I think the obvious choice here is going after the reviver, which is Duchess. Let's go ahead and boom, 178,000 damage. Yeah, I mean, what more do you want, right? I mean, what more do you want? That's it's really one of the harder hitting abilities out there in the game, you know? Valkanen's Malice Unleashed is a little bit harder hitting. However, it's a secret skill. It's not like always available like Little Miss Annie's, right? But let's do it again here. Harima this time, sure. 184,000 damage. Yeah. I mean, that's just insane. It's just insane. Let's go against another tanky team here, right? How about this UDK team, right? Let's go against this UDK Siffy team. See if we can one-shot UDK. Hopefully he doesn't have stone. Well, hopefully we can remove it here. Let's see. Nope, of course we don't. So this is exactly what I talked about earlier, guys. Like, this is the only problem you're going to run into, right? And that's going to be, it's going to be UDK and Stone Skin, right? Because she's our only nuker on this team. So basically, we just have to wait. Like, we have no other options at this point at all. I think we'll still be totally fine, but... and ignore me as I try to put a debuff on on UDK. I think we'll still be totally fine here, but it's the downside, right? There's no way around it. There's no AoE inner kit or anything like that. So I'm gonna revive her. She'll get revenge against Sun Wukong. She doesn't kill him with her A1, but I mean that's gonna basically keep happening, right? Every single time. Now they're gonna try to revive, and we're gonna revive her again, and whoever just killed her, was it Crixia? She's going to get revenge on them, so let's see it. The revive, she comes back. Oh, UDK killed her. Bummer. Bummer. As soon as that Stone Skin is gone, we're going to get a nice little DPS check. Hey, after this battle, I want to show you, her in Scarab King, as I alluded to earlier. I think she's just a monster. You guys will see. Still, see, another turn here. Now, the cool thing is we have a 2-time hitter. We're not going to be able to kill anybody with that. Well, let's try. Let's try to see if we can kill with a... Oh! We did. We did. So I guess maybe she's not that bad against UDK, right? At least she's got a double hit, you know? And with that double hit, we get another shot at removing it right now. With that double hit, maybe it hits hard enough now that we have, like, the guaranteed... ignore defense in there on that 2-time hitter on the 2-turn cooldown. Maybe it hits hard enough now where we can evade UDK with both the A1 and the A2 on the multi-hits, you know? Now let's play day UDK here. Easy, 147,000 damage. Super strong. I have her built with 99% crit rate right now, guys. Listen, it's not the end of the world, but with a single target nuker like her, you really want 100% crit rate, you know? So do as I say, not as I do. Let's test out that A2 again against Siffy here. Boom. Oh! Wow. Only one hit needed with 120-something, whatever it was. Dude, now I got to do one more battle against another tanky team here. That was insane. That A2 is impressive as all hell. I do not remember A2 hitting anything like that. That was crazy. All right, they have 2 revivers on the team, but it's totally fine because we have 1 deny revive. So let's get rid of UDK, 153k, nice and easy. Let's come in here and reset that cooldown, do it again, and then let's just start popping off with the A2 after that. What do you say? So we're going to deny the first revival. Oh, there's not even going to be a first revival because they're locked out, Ash. All right, let's do this. And then let's kill Siffy. 207,000 damage. I mean, it's significant. She's a beast, man. She's a beast. LMA is a... Oh, God. I got to start using her more often, man. I don't know if I'm trying not to pick, like, weak team. I'm trying to pick very tanky teams. Let me just do one more. Okay. This team has 603 team power. Like, obviously, they're super, super, super tanky. I need to give you guys an accurate depiction of what the end game, because I have everybody in end game builds, I need to go against the toughest team that I can find here. So here she goes, stripping away some of those stone skins from UDK at least, which is most important. Again, we're going to be able to come in here and let's block buffs. They don't have a cleanser on their team. I don't really love teams like this You know, obviously he doesn't have like a Marichka. I mean, maybe he does, but he'd be using her instead of Necret. I don't really love teams like this that I'm going against because nowadays, man, I look at a cleanser as like almost mandatory on my arena teams. I don't know. Just like either a Pythion, Marichka, Mithrala, whoever you have, you know. Playdate, UDK's down, Revive on Death. She comes back and she immediately gets right into it with Taurus. I love that. I love that. That's a cool Revive on Death. See, I'm glad that we did another battle here because it's cool to see that, you know, that Revive on Death in action immediately. So now we're going to get another shot. Okay, look at this guy. This is going to be a great opportunity here to kill Siphi under ally protection. Potentially, right? Let's lock out Necret. Okay, the moment of truth. Can we kill Siphi while under ally protection? No, we can't. No, maybe that's pushing things a little bit too far, excuse me, but let's lock everybody out again. And then we'll try her A2. Let's try her A2 against... Oops, I should not be attacking Siphi. My bad. Let's try her A2 against Siphi. Why not? Nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. Let's go against Necret. Let's do the right thing. Boom, boom. Okay. Not bad, not bad. This one's pretty much over. Let's go ahead and refresh some decreased defense and weaken. And then let's just try her A1 here against Taurus. 1, 2, 3. Dead. Dead. Now we can lock out Siphi and end this. LMA, get that last hit with that A2 again. What do you say? Yeah, man, she's the real deal, you know? I wonder if she'll see any endgame action. I think these buffs were really good, you know? Nice. Didn't even need both hits on a 2-turn cooldown. Very, very nice showcase. I really, if I do say so myself, I'm really a big fan. Here's the last Scarab King. So all you need to do is run like a Taragi the Frog or Euros the Soul Cage. You don't even have to honestly run a Taragi the Frog or Euros the Soul Cage. It just makes things a little bit faster. You can run, let me run a Nuker here, an AoE Nuker just to make the waves faster, but it's not going to be important. Let me just put Trunda in there again, just to kind of clear the waves. But watch when we actually get to the Scarab King, how incredible. This is the last Scarab King, by the way, in the game. The hardest, excuse me. Sorry, the last. Okay, Trunda, want to kill everybody for me, please? Thank you. Let's just put it on auto for a moment here. I just don't want Trunda to use her. Damn it. Damn it. All right, come back when we get to the Scarab King. All right, guys, so here we are at the Scarab King. Check this out, guys. Okay, so of course she has her A3 off cooldown. It's all in the A3. It's all the play date ability, right, with the enemy max HP. But, you know, keep your eye, obviously, on this purple bar up here, right? And just watch. Not this one, the next one. So now he's under the decreased defense in the heal reduction, so her passive enemy max HP will work as well, right? I wish we could get in there on... Okay, we can revive. Beautiful. Oh, she goes in with a... Oh, no, that was the revival. I'm sorry. That was the revival attack. So here's the play date. Look at this. Boom. I mean, that's pretty dang good, right? That's pretty dang good. We can quick... And again, this is the highest stage here, so he's got a lot of HP, right? But just having her on the team, like if you use a strategy like this and like, you know, if you use a strat like with the Euros or whatever, doesn't matter what your strategy is, right? Just throw her on the squad and you are going to love this. Look at boom. I mean, she cuts it down so quickly, you know? And I've actually honestly seen quite more than that as well in the testing phases. So here Euros dies. It's okay. She can pick him up too. But it's just like she's a very, very quick, just because of how much damage she deals, she's a quick solution. That way you don't have to put like your enemy max HP champions and destroy gear and all that crazy stuff, right? She just goes in there and, okay, she goes Hollow Doll. But you're already seeing the damage start to stack up too because look at play date. Boom. Look at that. we're already almost down, you know? It's really, really nice to have her on your Scarab King team. Just if anything, again, even if you don't need her, odds are most of you probably have some sort of solutions to Scarab King. It's not the most difficult Doom Tower boss, but boy, she just makes things a lot faster no matter what team you're running. Just throw her in there, right? Let's see if she can break the shield on the next one before he's dead. Maybe she can kill him too, who knows, right? So Trunda's doing more damage because, Hollow Doll. We don't want Hollow Doll. We want Playdate. All right, here it comes. Right now, get that kill shot, Playdate. Boom. Ooh, so close, so close. So yeah, really effective there as well. And just a fun, really cool, unique, effective single target damage dealer in the game. So there she is, guys. Little Miss Annie post buff. What do you think? I think she's really freaking impressive. Really, really fun champion. Always been kind of one of my my underrated favorites in the game, but now she's quite a bit better. I think that's you know, that's a no-brainer, right? There's no denying that. Keep the champion guide requests coming in the comments below, guys, and always take care.